You know, I was sitting thinking the other day, Resident Evil games, in my opinion, have seen a what I would call a significant downfall in extra content. Now, what I mean by that is, you know how most Resident Evil games back in the day, let me think of a good example. Resident Evil 5 had it all, okay? You could select the chapter, you could watch cutscenes in the library after completing the game. They had filters, and they had 4 difficulties, as well as a mercenaries mode and all that. But the first 4 is really what I think is the most important, you know? You got Revelations 2 specifically. It's got the filters. It's got extra game modes of the campaign, countdown mode and invisible enemy mode, which is similar to what this game right here, Resident Evil, had done with itself having the invisible enemy mode and the, what's it called, real survival mode, yeah. But I think what's most interesting about that is we have lost majority of that over the past couple of years. You look at Resident Evil 4 Remake, it has filters, only 2, and they're not really all that. I think they're kind of lame, honestly. But then you have things like there's no chapter select anymore. You have to save to go back to a certain part of a chapter. And even then it's like, you know, you only have 16 save slots. You're not going to be able to go to every single part of a chapter that you want to. Whereas in the older games, you could just select the part and then, you know, go right to it. Especially with games that have New Game Plus saves, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. You just can't guarantee that you're going to be able to go back to that spot that you want to be able to go back to and still have enough save slots for what, you know, your desired load thing is. But well, let's just say that's not even that big of a deal. You know, it's got the filters, and if you really want to, I guess you can kind of go back through the chapters. Not really, though. You can't watch the cutscenes. You have to, if you want to watch the cutscenes outside of gameplay, go on YouTube. That's your only option. You don't get the luxury of going to a cutscene, a gallery, like, gallery right here. Resident Evil 1 has this stuff, you know. You can go and watch the endings or the, you know, all the cutscenes. And I just think it's very interesting. Like, why cut out stuff that I feel like, in my personal opinion, takes little to no work, you know? You've got the cutscenes in the game, just make it to where we can go and watch them. It only will make the game better if you do that stuff. It's not going to hurt the game. I just think it's very, very interesting that, and I wonder why we've lost such cool aspects of Resident Evil games over the years. And I'm hoping with Resident Evil 5 Remake or Resident Evil 9 or whatever the case may be that they bring a lot of that stuff back, because I really miss that stuff a lot. I would love nothing more than to sit and watch the Resident Evil 4 cutscenes whenever I want to. And, you know, in the original Resident Evil 4, you could select the cutscenes. In the remake, you can't. Why? It's just worse. There is no way that would damage the game at all. But this is just a little rant. I want to know how you guys feel about this. I'm just gonna flat out say it. If you disagree, you're wrong. There's no harm in any of that. Adding that extra stuff, and I'm hoping in future Resident Evil games we get more stuff like invisible enemy mode, or, you know, what else is there? You got countdown mode or real survival mode, and maybe even add some new ones. Maybe like one-shot mode, or I don't know, just some cool stuff like that. Or what would be really cool is if they added randomizers into base game. That would be sick. You toggle the randomizer. That would be so cool. But I'm not a game developer. I don't know how hard that would be. But let's watch the Spencer Mansion explode real quick. Yep, there we go. Yep. But yeah, like I said, just want to know what you guys think about this. Also, let me know in the comment section below, why in the hell have Chris and Jill not got married and have kids. See you guys in the next video.